I thought West Virginia was terrific in the second half. They just played with great competitive spirit. They earned the win, and congratulations to them. As far as the stuff that happened before the half, I haven't watched it yet. I can't give you a comment on what happened or how it was adjudicated. I haven't seen the replay, and I didn't look at it at halftime. So I don't know who was involved. When everything kind of broke out, I really focused on trying to make sure no players left our bench area, because I know that that's a automatic ejection. And so that's kind of in that moment when it's kind of frenzied. That's what I did. So I didn't see it, and I didn't look at it at halftime either. When we came up from half, they told us kind of what the decision was and what the penalties were, and we just kind of rolled with that.
Questions?
Coach, I think West Virginia started the third quarter on like a 20-7 run or something like that. What were they doing that you guys weren't maybe able to match up with?
Yeah, I thought that the thing that was challenging was we were undisciplined in fouling today, and some of it. And, they got 20 points from the free throw line. And so that's over a third of their points. And obviously with all the penalties, we started the third quarter in the bonus. Or they started the third quarter in the bonus. They had 4 team fouls. We had 3. And so a lot of that run was just us fouling. And I thought, getting to the free throw line kind of gave them confidence and be able to score and stretch out that lead. And we started the third quarter flat. And I thought they got a lot of confidence once they started scoring that, hey, we can do this. And we didn't respond well. And we didn't have anybody play well, to be quite frank. I thought Robertson in the first half played well. Let me say that. I thought Robertson and Mayer in the first half had some bounce to them and played with the appropriate level of effort, but no one else on the roster did. And so that's an indictment on me. I've got to be better, clearly. I didn't have them ready after everything that happened before halftime to come out. They were ready to play and compete, and we were not. And the thing I love about basketball, even in moments like this, is you have to earn your wins. And it goes to the best competitors. And they were the better competitors in the second half. They deserve to win the game.
Second row.
Coach, what did WVU do to take Fournier out of her rhythm?
Well, I thought the foul trouble really in the first half limited her. I don't know what her first half minutes are off the top of my head, but I had to sit her for the long stretch. And so, that limited her effectiveness. That's the best way to limit someone's effectiveness, is to have them not be in the game. In the second half, I thought she got quality looks, especially late, and, just missed layups. And we have to be a better finishing team if we want to score enough points to win in these types of games.
Front row.
Garrett, it's Asa from Asa Oster from the Duke Chronicle. I was just wondering what was behind that final push that took place the last few minutes. It was impressive. We Duke kind of clawed their way back in the game. Do you tell the team anything? Was there anything that went on the bench there that was behind that little push there?
I think Ashlyn made a couple threes is what happened. And we hadn't. Those were the only 2 threes we made all game. And so we just struggled from beyond the arc. And I thought getting a couple there late, cut into their lead. We got a couple steals as well. I think Fournier got one. I think could have had an and one there, if I'm remembering the plays correctly. I think she got a steal and could have had an and one. And she didn't. And then I think she might have missed both free throws or went 1 of 2 there. And then Thomas got a steal in the half court and was able to finish that. So we got more, up-tempo a little bit there and were able to create some scoring chances. But I thought it was just as simple as making a couple shots.
Yeah, Coach. Emily Skinner went 1 for 9 tonight with 4 turnovers. What do you tell, obviously, a very young player, inexperienced, sort of keep her head up and keep going after a performance like this?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're both really young. This is only their second college game, and it's a tough spot for both of them to be in. Emily's got to continue to get experience, and got to make better decisions with the ball. The turnovers are too high, and she's a good finisher. So that was a little uncharacteristic of her to not make her layups and things like that. These games happen. For us, we just had so many players have a poor night. We didn't have really anybody play well offensively, and I thought our shot quality was high. We just weren't able to make shots, and I don't want to give you an overly simplistic view of the game, but I thought their competitiveness in the second half and our inability to finish plays, and that stretches back to the first half, the inability to finish plays. We had missed layups in the first half. I think we had 8 or 9 missed layups in the first half. So we've just got to do a better job of finishing in order to score enough points.
Second row.
Just a two-parter in regards to halftime. I think it was 30 minutes at halftime. Was that because of the lengthy review? Because they didn't start the clock, the 15-minute clock, for a very long time. And when you were making adjustments or talking to your team, did you have any idea who would be available for your side in West Virginia? Did you not discover that until you came out for the second?
I think the rule is as long as the refs are reviewing something, the clock can't start. So that's why it was so long. It took them a long time to kind of figure out what was happening. And I understand that. I'm not saying that took them too long. Like there was a lot to see there and figure out. And we were told that on the front end by the officials. They did a good job of communicating with us. When we left the floor, they said, we're going to send you down to the locker room, but the clock won't start until we're done figuring out what happened. So that was what happened. As far as when we found out in the latter stages, I can't remember, totally, but it was towards the end of the halftime that we found out some of it, and then we didn't find out some other parts of it till we got upstairs. But to be quite honest, that shouldn't have affected us. We knew in the first wave that Wood was out. The other wave was their players. So it shouldn't have affected us. We knew we were going to be down one, towards the end of halftime.
Coach, on another individual note, as you mentioned, another solid performance from Robertson, our second showing back so far. Has anything been key to her, strong play so far? Has anything been instrumental in that?
I think she's a growing player. What I mean by that is, it's just her second college game, but you can see the potential there. She's very smart. She has a good offensive package in terms of she can score on the block. She can hit that free throw line jumper, which she did in the first half, against their zone. And she's a rim protector. She had 2 blocks and maybe effectively changed a couple more shots. So I think as she continues to gain confidence and continues to get reps, that she'll continue to play well.
Anything else for Coach? Last one.
Coach, you got, this is your first, I think, 5 road games, and your second of 3 games in 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys kind of, bounce back in just a short amount of time before you go play at Liberty?
Yeah.
In the span of time. I don't know if you're taking a bus there or, how that works. But.
Yeah, certainly not the position you want to be in to have lost. But, think about it. Would you rather play quickly again or would you rather wait a week? I'd rather play again, right? To have an opportunity to hopefully change the outcome. So, I think it may be the best thing for us. We can regroup, understand where we need to improve, and then put a competitive effort out on Sunday. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the competitive effort. Result is result. It's going to go in your favor. Sometimes it's not. I can handle when result doesn't go in your favor when you put it out there and you lay it out there. And unfortunately tonight we didn't lay it out there, and they did. And that's why I said at the start, that's why they won. They won because they earned it and they deserve to win.